This is not a drill.
Candymonium is finally tested. At last, some beacon of light through this dark chaos that we're going through right now. Late yesterday afternoon to evening or so, Hersheypark posted on all their social media accounts on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram footage of the Reese's strain testing for the very first time on Candymonium. As far as I know, only the Reese's strain tested once. The Twizzlers strain and the Hershey Kiss strain did not test. So all this footage I'm about to show you guys, this all belongs to Hersheypark. None of this is my footage, so all credit goes to Hersheypark for the footage. I wasn't there for the testing, so this is the only footage that I got to use. So let's analyze this ride real quick. It doesn't look like the ride slows down at all when it crests the lift hill and it just drops her right down. And that first drop, it looks like it can really pack some serious airtime, especially in the back row. That thing is gonna whip you pretty good. And over that first airtime hill, that thing really goes over the airtime hill pretty fast, a lot faster than I was expecting it to. Now here's the part that I am the most shook about. That turnaround though. Look how fast this thing rips through this turnaround. It's not hauling, it's ripping through that turnaround. That is insane. You're gonna pull some serious positive G's on that thing, especially for a B&M Hyper. That's gonna be a pretty intense moment. But then the next airtime hill after the turnaround looks like about the average airtime hill for a B&M Hyper. It doesn't go as fast as the first airtime hill, it seems. Then after that airtime hill is the speed hill, and again, this thing is just ripping through this speed hill. It almost reminds me of how Skyrush goes through its first two airtime hills, where it just hauls over these things, and this looks a lot like it. I don't think this is going to be quite an ejector airtime moment, but this is going to be some serious floater airtime you're going to feel here. Then up next is the Helix, and this ride is still hauling. And the part that I am personally most excited for is that bank dive after the Helix. Look at this thing. This thing whips you through that bank dive. This is the part that I'm most excited about, and just seeing footage of this ride going through the element, it looks even more amazing than what I ever could have imagined. Then after that bank dive, going to the next airtime hill, and again, this thing is still just ripping through the layout, and this is going to be some serious floater airtime in this hill. Then for the finale of the ride, going through the panoramic turn around the Hershey Kiss fountain, and this thing's still going pretty fast, so I think you can pull some pretty decent positive G's here. So here's what stands out the most to me about this ride, if you haven't caught on already. This thing is just hauling and ripping through the entire layout. It's going way faster than I ever would have expected to go through every single element. And also remember, this is only the very first test for this ride. And if I'm hearing correctly, that this thing was tested at 10 a.m. in the morning, and yesterday was a chilly morning for Hershey, PA. Imagine this ride on a hot summer evening after it's been running all day with a full train. This thing's going to be going even faster than what we're seeing right now. And the overall pacing on this thing looks beautiful, especially with how fast the ride goes. It's throwing one element after another element at you. It doesn't waste a single foot of track on the entire layout. And one thing that really surprises me about this ride is how loud it is. This thing has a serious B&M roar to it. I was expecting this ride to be super quiet because the town of Hershey's always complaining about noise coming from the park. This thing is not quiet. I will be surprised if there's not going to be plenty of noise complaints about this. But I think that B&M roar is a glorious thing. I cannot wait to hear this for myself in person. And all this time I had a feeling that Candymonium would become my new favorite B&M Hyper. Just seeing this footage, I'm 100% confident this is going to become my new favorite B&M Hyper. Sorry Mako, enjoy your spot while you have it.
Guess I'll just die then.
Well, that's all I got for this video today. Obviously, this is a mandatory thing that I absolutely had to get up pretty quickly. I'm hoping to be able to get up to Hersheypark pretty soon to get my own footage of Candymonium testing and just see the thing for myself testing. But I live in Maryland, and Maryland is still under a stay-at-home order. Any travel that's non-essential is banned. While in my eyes, going to Hersheypark to see Candymonium testing is essential, I don't think the state of Maryland would quite agree with me. I don't want to do anything illegal, don't want to break the law, so I'm just going to do what the state of Maryland is telling me to do until that order is lifted.
You're welcome, Ryan.
But don't worry, the second that I am able to go up to Hersheypark, I'm going to be right there. So hopefully that will be sometime soon. Alright guys, I wrapped the video up here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next loop. See you guys.